Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden presenting Capcom Belt Action Collection. This is on Nintendo's flagship console, the Switch. This is a game exclusively about things to keep your trousers up. It's not, it's about fighting games, about scrolling fighting games. The often forgotten about genre these days. You don't see many scrolly fighting games. Capcom have decided to describe them as belt action for some slightly baffling reason. And there you can see all the games we have on the collection. There's 7 games. We're going to have a go on Final Fight. So this is a lengthy video. We're going to play every game and we're going to go through some menus, because I know that's the sort of action that people like. They like to watch like a menu being manipulated. You got some options there. You can make the screen bigger and smaller and what have you. You can put filters on the old screen. You can have vertical scan lines, which is most odd. This is Final Fight. This is the original Capcom big hit, and it's got massive sprites and loads of them. Not particularly well animated sprites, but they are chunky. As you can see, the emulation is nigh on spot on. You have got colourful, chunky visuals. You've got controls which are mapped sensibly. The Switch D-pad on the old Joy-Cons isn't the best, but if you've got a wired pad or the Pro Pad, the D-pad's fine. So this is Final Fight. We've all played Final Fight. We all know what's going on in Final Fight. You're the biggest mustachioed dude in town. You've taken a dislike to people whose lives haven't really panned out the way they thought it would, so they're living in a slum, and you've taken it upon yourself to go and add insult to injury by beating the living crap out of them. You're the sort of guy who'd kick a tramp. That's not the plot of Final Fight. The plot of Final Fight is rescuing your daughter. She's been kidnapped by a gang. And you're going to do that by kicking the shit out of every single motherfucker in this town, if you have to. And you're going to do that whilst wearing super green trackers and shoes that your granddad gave you from 1933, which is good. It's a classic game, Final Fight. It's got massive old sprites. Compared to some of the other games on this, even this cartridge, these sprites are impressively large, and there's lots of them on the screen. It is quite a sight to behold. Even these days, I still like the look of this game. It's not really aged for me. It's still ultra colourful. I love the character designs. This boss is a bit of a pushover. Having said that, he's probably going to beat the crap out of me. The old whistling to bring his mates in. That's cool. Hollywoody twats. Yeah, very smooth play. Like I said, you got lots of fillers, and you might have noticed in that same menu there was an online play mode, which is, I guess, people can just kind of join your game if you were online. I'm not online with my Switch. I don't pay for the online service. Just got extra life there. So I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's laggy or whether it's nice and smooth. You're going to have to try for yourself. But this is a Japanese cartridge, and I'm playing this on a PAL Switch. So the Switch is region free. So if you want to import this, I would say go ahead and do that, because I doubt whether this will come out over in the UK. I'm going to quit the game now. Oh no, we're going to mess with some fillers. Yeah, and it was 45 English pounds for 7 scrolling beat-em-ups. Can't say fairer than that. I don't know how much these are individually on the old Switch shop, or whether you can even get them in the UK. But here Capcom have lobbed them onto one cartridge, and for your convenience, got some scanlines there. Yeah, so the scanlines are kind of nice. I don't like playing with the scanlines on. I like the clear pixels. that's just a personal preference. Some people love the old scanlines. But like I said, you've got different types of scanlines. You've got vertical ones as well, which I don't think I've ever seen a game, like a horizontally scrolling game, such as this, with vertical scanlines. It seems a bit odd. But anyway, let's play one of the other games. So we've got Final Fight, we have King of Dragons, we have Battle Circuit, which I've never really heard of, Captain Commando, Knights of the Round, Warriors of Fate, and Armoured Warriors. I've played King of Dragons in the arcade back in the day. It's not a game that immediately grabbed me. It's quite simplistic. I can't work out if there's more moves than I can currently do, but it doesn't seem like a hard game. It seems quite a walkover really for a Capcom game. The tactics seem to boil down to kind of herding the bad guys onto one side of the screen and jumping and attacking. I got to the dwarf. I got to the end of level 3 on 1 credit on like my first go. So I'm trying the cleric here. Probably going to do worse with the cleric, but hey, that waterfall in the background's not very convincing, is it? There's a wolf trying to shoot me with an arrow. It's not something you see every day. You can open the treasure chest, you get money out of the treasure chest, you get food out of the treasure chest, you get like a strawberry as big as your head, and that gives you energy back. You got a special move there by hitting the flowing orb that came out of the treasure chest, so sometimes they spawn like a smart bomb orb, and grapes. You hit that and it has a magical effect. Your character levels up, so you get a longer energy bar eventually, and you get bigger, beefier weapons. But literally, all I can work out to do is this kind of just walk along, hammer the button thing, or jump and hammer the button. There doesn't seem to be any other moves. And it looks like this is really built for 3 players. It's a bit like Dungeons and Dragons game that you can get for the Saturn, but like a super simplified version of it, which is odd. It's not an unpleasant game, it's just super simple, unless I'm missing something. Like I said, this never really grabbed me back in the day in the arcade, and they did have it down my local arcade. I don't remember it being as easy as this for the first 3 stages, but essentially what you see that I'm doing now is what happens through, as far as I can tell, the whole game. And like I said, I'm not an expert. You do get to fight a giant dragon in this though, so that's good. There's a version of this that came out on the Super Nintendo. Don't know what that's like. It might be probably like the Final Fight conversion. Fairly accurate-ish, but with fewer characters on the screen. Wouldn't surprise me. It's got a bit of a Golden Axe-y vibe to it, hasn't it, with the old thieves coming on. Oh, some of these treasure chests are booby-trapped. What will they think of next? There's a giant strawberry. Eat that. Eat that, you mother. You do get to fight a Minotaur, look. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, strange game. Strange game. It's like I said, it's mildly diverting, but it is fairly odd. You do have a different move. You have, if you press both buttons together, you can do like a special, I think, like most Capcom games. There we go. There it is. The old lightning bolts. Falling down the old Tower of Babel there. The characters aren't particularly well animated, are they? And also, the sprites are quite a piddling size. When you look at Final Fight, and then you play this straight after, the scale of the sprites is quite... takes quite a hit on this game. They're like literally half the size. I guess that's to add to the sense of scale of the proceedings. I guess they couldn't fit a dragon on the screen if they drew it at Hager size. But anyway, the music's not very good. But it's alright, this game's okay. It's mildly diverting. If it wasn't on this collection, I don't think I would spend much time looking at it. And indeed, it's one of those games I've never bothered playing in MAME either. So that doesn't... I don't think... What does that say? Everything you need to know about it? No, not really. I'm sure they're massive fans of this game. Like I said, I'm probably missing something. But someone can tell me about that in the comments. I don't know if any of the other characters actually have special moves. Maybe, don't know. Leveled up there. See my change to a hammer now. I had like a spiky club before. Now I've got like a claw hammer. So if you need any DIY doing, Cleric is your man. He can put up a shelf like nobody's business. The same sprite over and over again in different colours. I mean, I know that's scrolling beat 'em ups for you, but it is very, very apparent on this this game. Yeah, I bet the Super Nintendo doesn't throw this many orc boys around. See, they can block. I wonder if you can block. Doesn't there be a block button? Do you have a shield though? Don't know. What we got here? Oh, we've got a dragon. Or a wyvern. It's a wyvern, isn't it? Because it's only got 2 legs. Jesus. Such a nerd. Such a nerd. He has got a spike at the end of his tail, though. Oh, he's leveled up again. See, my energy bar, I think it's got a bit longer now, but I haven't got any... We've got a little bit of extra energy there when I leveled up. Killed me. Look at his freaky feet. He's having a good squeeze on an invisible orange. Yeah. Anyway, that's King of Dragons. It's okay. Like I said, I probably wouldn't give it a second look if it was in MAME, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate admission. It's alright. It's not going to be my most played game on this cartridge though. Let's try Captain Commando. And Captain Commando is a game that me and my mate Stu used to play in the arcade a hell of a lot. And he liked being Ninja Commando, and I like Captain Commando, or Captain, because he had the old flamethrower. Yeah, the old flamethrower which you could miss every single character on the screen with, but it looks cool. Again, the sprite size here is... it looks kind of half the size of Final Fight, really. Not that they throw anything extra around. Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job of hitting dudes with my flames. Look, there's a crowd hopping around the back of a burger van, just watching the violence ensue. Police cars are oddly truncated. The emulation on these games seems absolutely fine. I don't have the arcade to check it against, handy, but this is how I remember them. So the Switch is doing a fine job here, emulating 30-year-old games, and you can't argue with that. There's a couple of games that I'd like to have seen on here that are missing, probably due to licensing issues, but you got The Punisher, which was... I always preferred it to Captain Commando, to be fair, and Aliens vs Predator, obviously, but that you can get that on the Koch arcade stick with some bits and bobs. So they could license it for that, but not necessarily for this collection, which is fairly odd. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, again that's a license, but that was a quality game that I used to play more than Captain Commando. Not that I hate Captain Commando, I don't, I like Captain Commando. It's just I play these other games more. The animation in this game is improved over Final Fight. It's just the character sizes aren't as big. The explosions are cool as well from the old rocket launchers. Do you like those? Music is uniformly terrible in Capcom arcade games, so that's unfortunate. Still haven't hit anybody with that flamethrower yet, have I? What other Capcom scrolling fights that I enjoyed back in the day? Can't think of any more. Punisher, Punisher, that was cool. Rats and Dinosaurs, yeah, that was cool. They were the masters at this though, Capcom. There are a few groovy ones from Konami back in the day. The Simpsons was a lot of fun. Tails obviously was cool. Konami made an excellent X-Men game, a 4-player X-Men game. Used to pump a lot of money into that. That was quality. Mike Horrell was my go-to character in that one. So there was a bit of a war going on between Capcom and Konami in the arcade back then for scrolling fighters, and even Sega got in on the old Golden Axe games. Sega made an amazing Spider-Man game, which was never converted to the home. Can't remember what it's called, but it looked just like a comic book. It was awesome. This is Knights of the Round. So I have this on the SNES, and I didn't like the SNES version too much. Let's see if the arcade version's any better. Okay, immediately we've got slightly more detailed graphics. The sound's still a little weedy, although the attacks sound a bit more swishy, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly similar. The background is better. And the resolution is obviously higher for the character art. But yeah, it's the same game. So, got a limited moveset. You can block if you hold the button and then press backwards. Your character can block an attack. I believe there's some Street Fighter 2-esque moves you can do in this. It was either this game or it was King of Dragons. I can't remember which one it was. I think it's this game. And that's about it. Again, this has got very limited controls. It's a bit like Dungeons and Dragons, like a less complicated Dungeons and Dragons scrolling beat 'em up, which is fine for 20p. But I can't imagine this being anybody's favourite game. It's alright for £1. You'd maybe spend £1 on this in the arcade. Would you ever play it after that? Not so sure. Not so sure. So again, out of the 4 games I've played so far on this cartridge, Final Fight is a must-have. Captain Commando is very, very good. King of Dragons is okay, and this is kind of okay. I've just got the same problems with this as I've got with the SNES version, really. It seems to be quite hard, and you've got very limited attacking options, even compared to something like Final Fight. It's got a very disconcerting voice, that scoring. It's like I'm hitting a child in armour. It's a bit creepy. Excalibur. Some speech. So your character levels up in this too, and he gets better swords and stuff. Each of these knights has a slightly different moveset. Percival can run if you double tap, but that's really the only difference I've noticed, to be fair. Yeah, you get lots more sprites on screen than the SNES version. The SNES maxes out at 4 sprites. You can see here we've got a lot more, and the background is just high fidelity and high colour all round. I think the SNES version is decent. It's a decent facsimile. Obviously, if you want to play this game, the arcade or Switch emulated version is where it's at. So there we go. That's Knights of the Round. There must be other tactics. Again, it's the same with King of Dragons. There must be something I'm not doing, which I need to do, which gives me better moves. I know there's like that chop move, overhead chop. You can kind of activate the strong chop move by pressing a direction, I think. There we go, I blocked something. Did I actually block it or did it hurt me anyway? I don't know. So people behind you can kind of swing around and chop them in the head. It feels a little clumsy, to be fair, this game. Like the character controls feels a bit sort of... and I don't think this is because of the emulation, I just think the character control in general feels a bit laggy because that's the way they designed it. Your knight feels a bit slow to walk around the screen. Oh, I'm on a horsey now. The old war horse. Come on, you filthy, dirty horse. Yep, and that sealed my fate. Mounting the horse sealed my fate. Yeah, so that's kind of in the okay bracket. So we've got one must play, one very decent, and two kind of okay. Now, I've never played this game on MAME, I've never played it on the arcade. I believe this is also called Dynasty Wars 2. Looks like I got a choice of 5 characters. Again, kind of piddly looking characters. They've got some animation strings, so maybe they've got more than one move, which is always nice. Is it Dynasty Wars 2? Or is it called... It's called something completely different. I'm not sure. But you can get this on the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation, this game. I don't know what that conversion's like. But this seems like an odd choice to convert when they could have converted any number of games to the Saturn, which would be much more graphically impressive. This is, at the moment, fairly simplistic in the same way that the other games are simplistic. And maybe it was this one that I could do the Street Fighter 2 style moves in. Now I think about it, I think this guy's got like a Dragon Punch move. Yeah, so it was this one. It was this one I did the Dragon Punch move in. So you can mount a horse, you can hit people, you can perform a combo on them, but what you can't do is throw them like Hager can throw people. This basically, Final Fight has got that one move, the old pile driver. I just love that move. I just wish more games would have suplexes and pile drivers in them, like scrolling beat-em-ups. It's like so satisfying to use. And that's one of the main reasons I think Final Fight is better than Streets of Rage. It's literally those two moves. Oh, we've got some colour cycling here. Just running through the palettes there, beautiful. This looks like a CPS 1 game, where, just from the size of the sprites. There's a couple of games on here which are definitely on the CPS 2, or maybe a more advanced board, but the Armoured Warriors game is incredibly complex visually in terms of the amount of stuff it throws around. This is simplistic really in comparison. Looks like being on a horse gives you quite an advantage. Oh, you can double tap and charge the horse. Charge with the horse, you don't charge the horse. Charge the horse £10 for services. Don't know what that means. You got a dude with a spear. He's trying to attack me by putting a spear through my head, but he's going to get his. He's stabbing the horse, son of a bitch. It's hurting me though. Oh, watch out, there's a bomb going off. Quite nicely animated bomb. Something in Japanese voice. Okay, this is kind of okay. I've seen this background already. That's weird. Looks like I camped out on the bridge. There we go, there's a Dragon Punch move. So yeah, that's all in order. So you have a few different moves on this game, which makes the combat a little bit more interesting. Yeah, this might be one that's worth spending a bit more time with. Looks like all of these games are 3-player games, so if there's any possible way of, I'm sure there is on the Switch, of getting 3 players around the same screen or online, it's a 3-player game, which is unusual. It's like you can dual wield swords as well. Oh, there's a man with a carpet roped to his back. Oh, he's shoulder charging me. Yeah, the animation on these things is slightly... oh, he suplexed me, you son of a bitch. I want to do that. I want to suplex people. Yeah, the animation is slightly more fluid on a lot of things than King of Dragons, for instance. The old jump kick. I always forget that you can do jump kick in these games. Look at that. I can kill 20 people with a jump kick. Just like real life. Got a bit of a creepy run, those big dudes, haven't they? He's going to suplex me again. What a bastard. Oh, there's a guy chucking maces on my head. Why is everybody in this game so violent? Can't we just be friends? Oh, I'm dead. Look at the size of these dudes' arms. That looks a bit weird. Got a really thin waist and a massive arm. Anyway. That was okay. I didn't mind that so much. It was quite repetitive. The background was quite repetitive, which doesn't help. So Final Fight's repetitive, but the background does change up quite a lot through the game, which keeps it fresh visually. Now this game is definitely more technically advanced than the other games. It's a robot scrolling beam up, in which you can replace parts of your robot with stuff that you pick up in the environment, or bits of robots that you pull off or otherwise knock off. And you got your double taps, you got a few attacks which you can combo up. You've got a cannon, a Vulcan cannon there, which is on a different button. This is a 3-button game, not a 2-button game. Got your jump attacks. So it's all standard stuff. But the other thing that we have got in this game over the other ones is incredibly complex and detailed graphics, and lots of them. The soundtrack is still freaking hideous. So I've never played this game at home, on main, or in the arcade until its compilation, and it is a fun scrolling fighting game. Can't argue with that. It's got kind of a sort of 1980s aesthetic to the robots. They've kind of got like an old-fashioned design, which I quite like. They look a bit like a chunky Gundam. This dude has got like a shadow that flies after him when he kind of sprints, which is nice. So I'm just going to wait for people to talk to you. There's a bit of a story going on here. Not entirely sure. It's interesting, but you got a dude here who appears to be one of the Borg. You wait for him to get in his robot suit because you want everything to be fair. You don't want to just crush him. And then you battle with other robots and hopefully get to the end of the game without getting your face blown off in a hideous industrial accident. You see, I've picked up like a drill arm. There's later levels, there's a robot that comes on and specifically comes and pulls your arms off, like a Wookiee, like a Robo Wookiee. It's not a Robo Wookiee, but anyway, this is a cool game. This is a cool game. I like this. It's hard with this character. This character's quite nippy. If you pick the character that's got the blue guy with the blue stripy face, it's a lot easier with that character. It seems to be slightly more powerful and not so twitchy. This yellow dude's robot's a bit twitchier. So the robots in this game, and some of the characters indeed, are in a 2D fighting game called Cyberbots, which you can get for the SAN, and that comes with, if you get the special edition, it comes with an art book, which might be worth getting because some of this stuff is pretty cool. Yeah, the yellow robot makes it harder to play this game. Like I said, pick one of the other robots, it's a bit easier. I've made the game look harder than it actually is. But that is a cool game. So we've got Final Fight, we've got Armoured Warriors, Captain Commando. They're all classy. Now this game I've never even heard of. It's a scrolling beat 'em up though, so I'm likely to find it acceptable. It looks a bit like Captain Commando, crossed with, dare I say, Galaxy Fight. Pink Ostrich. I'm not going to pick anybody other than Pink Ostrich, am I? As soon as there's a Pink Ostrich on a roster, that's what I'm picking. You got a world there, kind of moving a perspective. Beautiful. There's a dude. He's got holes in the head. He's got a head like an onion, and it's got windows in it. Bit odd. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just, I can't quite believe my eyes. There's a dude in a UFO who's dropping bombs on my head. There's little lizard men in robo suits. There's a guy, he's got a head of an onion, seems to be riding around the screen on some sort of robot potty. And you're tasked with killing all these psychotic monstrosities. That's an explosion and a half. And you're a girl who rides a emu. It's a bit like what's his name? I can't remember what his name is. There's a dude from the 70s who used to ride around on a ostrich, wasn't there? That was his whole shtick. He was hilarious. And he also got Rod Hull and Emu, but it wasn't him, it was the other dude. I want to say Bernie Clifton, but I'm not sure that was Bernie Clifton. But yeah, this is all a bit weird. Got some nice animations going on here. Perspective is a bit wacky, but that's cool. The Delete Gang. So you get some upgrades, right? So you collect money in the game, and then you can buy special weapons. This looks like it's sort of in depth. It's got a bit of depth to it. You got a bit of a shop. That's interesting. Yeah. This might have been more popular in Japan. I've never seen this game before. Okay. Those dudes in the background are disconcerting. We're fighting robots here. This is cool. I'm enjoying this. I have to test out all the other characters. I like this kind of 70s weird aesthetic they've got going on here. Sort of a 50s stroke 70s sci-fi weirdness. Like it. Oh, that's both buttons together. Does like a spinny thing. So do chat and go at me. Okay. Looks like Hager in the background there. And Disco Stew. And a guy from Streets of Rage 3. Yeah, it's certainly eclectic. Let's call it eclectic. Yeah, anyway, this cartridge is £45. It will run on a power switch, no problems, and it's got a collection of 4 unusual and pretty good scrolling beat-em-ups, and 3 sort of average scrolling beat-em-ups, and you can't say fairer than that. It's quite a good compilation. I think it's probably worth the money. You get some screen filters. It's just classic scrolling fighting action. If you're not a fan of scrolling fighters, I suggest steer clear. But if you are, you got Final Fight on here, come on. You know I love Final Fight. And you do too. Everybody loves Final Fight. But then you've got Captain Commando too. And then you've got Battle Circuit and Armoured Warriors. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful games. Okay. Oh look, I'm fighting Elvis. Space Elvis with his wonky guitar. Like I said, eclectic. That's Battle Circuit. Death Blow. Don't know what happened there. Is that when I can jump up in the air and fire those flaming arrows? Not by the looks of it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play this a bit more to work out what the hell's going on. But I'm having fun because I'm a girl riding a pink ostrich fighting Elvis in space. You can't say fairer than that. Okay, I'll leave you with that, and see you next time. Ta-ra!
Okay.